Hello YouTube and welcome back. I am Morphin, you are watching my Germany Let's Play. Today's recording will be a bit longer than usual, so I will recommend you to find a comfortable place, give yourself enough time to watch the recording from start to the end, because you will see a lot of important decisions and events that will boost the German power even more. Why it is important to play peacefully, at least until 1939. What events and decisions awaits us? You will probably see my attack on Denmark, my annexation of Czechoslovakia, and preparation for attack on Poland and France. I will also research some nuclear technologies because I am planning to build a nuclear bomb. Enjoy! Alright guys, it's November of 1937 and soon I will be able to give a new set of technologies for research. I will be able to research 1939 text just in a month. But before that, let's change some things. I'm influencing Romania. You can see that they are already in the corner of Axis. But I cannot invite them to the faction because difference between their neutrality and the highest threat against them is too high. I have to wait for Soviet Union threat against them to rise or their neutrality to drop. So I will stop influencing them. And now I need to invest 2 less leadership points into diplomacy. So I'm saving my leadership for more important stuff. First of all, I want to research atomic research that will later enable me to build atomic bomb. Since I have tons of leadership, there is also a really important technology that you need: education. At level 2 it will rise your leadership by 10%, and if you're playing a major nation with a lot of leadership, then it is beneficial to you. But if you're playing one of the smaller nations with 10 IC or 6, 7 IC, then those 10% is not so much. So don't research education at all if you're playing one of the smaller nations. Research it only if you play majors with 20 or more IC. Germany usually don't have problems with resources, but I can see that I'm really low with energy, so I will research energy production. I want to prioritize the upgrades now. You can see that the needs for upgrades are really high at 140. That's because I have a lot of divisions that needs to be researched at the current technology level. I can also enact a mixed industry policy, but I will wait for it. If you click on industrial policy laws, you can see that my current policy gives me minus 50% efficiency for production. Since I'm investing only 57 IC into a production, I will wait for enacting a better law. After I upgrade all my divisions and after my upgrades needs dropped down, I will be able to rise my production slider again. And then I will enact the mixed industry policy. So I will lose this penalty on efficiency for production. I have some light tanks ready to deploy. Let's speed up, playing at a maximum speed. And one thing that I want to do is change my espionage, because I don't have to invest or send my spies into Hungary anymore, in Romania and in Yugoslavia. So I'm saving my leadership points because I don't have to recruit so many spies. I have some inefficient research, so I want to remove those technologies from the research queue. I will order a building of more air wings. I need 2 more interceptors because I'm already building one, and I said that I want 3 air units in a wing. I want some strategic bombers, 3 units in 1 air wing. I'm already building them. And I need some tactical bombers. Italy wants a production license to build a multi-role fighters. Let's accept the offer. I have some inefficient research, medium tank gun and medium tank engine. I have some national decisions available. Please take a look at the borders of Czechoslovakia now. Remember it. The Treaty of Munich. After I take it, I will get 300 manpower, which is really a lot. And it will be helpful, especially later when I start to lose manpower and when I will need more reinforcements. Take a look at the borders of Czechoslovakia now. It's much smaller now. Let's raise my research slider again. And since it is 1938, I can research new technologies. I will go for assault weapons, bridging equipment. These will improve my engineers and my units will fight better in a harsh terrain. Since I have a lot of leadership, I can allow myself to research some technologies that are not so important. For example, improved security units. As a Germany, you will occupy a lot of foreign land and you will have to suppress the rebels. So police suppression will be beneficial. Let's improve my bombers. I don't need a medium fuel tank because it raises the range at which my units can operate, but lowers down my defense. So I will skip that tech. I will take twin engine airframe, light bomb development, medium bomb, naval bomber development, strategic bomber armament, large bomb, 4 engine airframe, improve my fighters. Aero engine is really important technology. You can see that it have a difficulty level of 7. Difficulty level affects your research speed. I was already talking about the practicals and theory, how they affect the research speed. After you take account those, you'll have to multiply that by a difficulty level. So the higher the difficulty level of technology is, the slower it will be the rate of research. Aero engine is also important because it raises the speed of all your air units. It's especially important for your interceptors and fighters because they will be able to react faster on enemy attacks. If enemy starts to attack your land or your provinces, your interceptors will react faster and will be fast enough to take them down before they do any kind of mission. Since I have enough leadership, I will take nuclear physics research. I am planning to build a nuclear bomb, so it will be a beneficial technology to me. Let's research some air doctrines. Let's correct my divisions now on a field and get closer to the Czechoslovakia. And again, I have more inefficient research. That's because I am playing on a highest possible speed and I always have to correct something. Let's remove those medium tanks from the queue and let's research a heavy tank brigade. Heavy tanks are really expensive units, really slow unit, but really tough unit. I don't have them a lot, but I would like to have some, so I will research a heavy tank brigade. Get closer with all those infantry corps and try to surround the Czechoslovakia. Later you will see why it is important to do so. I want Czechoslovakia to feel my power. I will explain everything in time. I can invite Japan to my faction, but Japan is a major threat for USA, and USA is drifting toward the Axis at this moment. I don't have plans for USA joining the Axis because that will make Axis really overpowered and Axis will probably rule the whole world if USA join us. But all I want to do is slow down the drift toward the Allies. USA usually joins the Allies somewhere around 1942-1943. But I want to slow her down so they join them even later. Since Japan is a major threat to them, if I invite Japan to my faction now, the USA will start to drift away from us and drift closer to the Allies. So I will wait a bit, and I will not invite Japan to the faction yet. My upgrade needs are now lower, but I will wait a bit more. I will wait until all my divisions got upgrades, and then I will invest my industrial capacity into a production, and I will enact mixed industry policy. So I will lose the efficiency production penalty which I have now. The needs for the consumer goods will rise because when you are in peace and when you have combat brigades, not reserve brigades, not reserve divisions. Take a look at this. Now I am building this division as a reserve. It's a cheaper to build, it needs less manpower and less IC. And it also doesn't require consumer goods in a peacetime. But after you declare war, or after you mobilize your units before declaration of war, you will have to invest a lot of IC into reinforcements. Since I'm playing Germany and I have a lot of IC, I can allow myself to build expensive combat brigades. I can allow myself to invest enough industrial capacity into a consumer goods, so I don't have problems with that. Since I have consumer product orientation under my industrial policy laws, my consumer goods needs are at 10.04. But after I enact mixed industry policy, I will lose the penalty for efficiency on production, but also the need for consumer goods will rise up because I have a lot of combat brigades and I'm in peace. But I'm sure I can maintain that. I have enough industrial capacity to do it. I have some inefficient research, so let's remove those technologies from the queue. I want to remind you that if there is anything that you don't understand, feel free to post a comment down below in the video section on my Facebook page, and I will try to reply to you as fast as I can. So post a comment down below in a video section on YouTube, or go on my Facebook page and post a question over there. Maybe a Facebook is a better option because I will see the comment much faster and you will get your reply faster. Let's remove those technologies from the queue. Decryption machine, encryption machine, and armored car gun. I can speed up again. Romania wants a production license to build a multi-role fighters. Let's give them that. I will position my light tanks close to the France, few provinces behind the border so enemy cannot see them. Because only first province in border can be seen by the enemy. Let's assign them to a corps, give them a leader. With the Battle Master trait, which will rise my combined arms bonus. And let's assign the leaders to all the tank divisions. Sometimes it is hard for me to talk and explain you things on English, which is not my native language. So I will repeat myself that you can feel free to post a comment on my Facebook page or on a YouTube in a comment section down below. It will be much easier for me to reply you in a text format. If there is anything that you don't understand, or maybe I'm not explaining things very well, feel free to do so and I will reply as soon as I can. I will try to help you. User interaction with me, or interaction between my viewers and me, is much more important than pure numbers, than number of views, number of subscribers, number of likes. The interaction, that's something that I really want. So I will be really glad to reply to all your comments. Let's remove the inefficient research again. Nationalist China surrenders. Let's see what is happening over here. Some inefficient research. I have more light tanks available to deploy, and I will deploy them close to the border with Denmark. And now you can see how I have really tons of leadership. I don't know what to do with all this leadership. Man. Look at this, what to research. It's too late for our rocket tests. Maybe it's not, but I prefer using my airplanes and air wings instead of rockets. Let's go with the combat medicine. Airborne infantry. Whoa, I forgot on airborne infantry. Desert warfare equipment. It's September of 1938, and now I have another important decision available. Much more important than the previous one, the first Vienna Award. If you mouse over it, you can see that I will get 5 in descent. My relations with France, United Kingdom, Soviet Union, Poland, Hungary and USA will change. I will gain 10 threat on all nations in the world, 15 threat on Poland, I will lose 3 in neutrality and much more. Czechoslovakia will get also the event, the first Vienna Award. They will get an event, a decision, and they can choose. They can choose between surrendering and giving their land to me, so I will annex the Czechoslovakia, and Czechoslovakia will fall apart. One part will be annexed by Germany, other part will be Slovakia, which will be my puppet, or they can decide to fight against Germany. And that's the main reason I wanted to surround them. Not because I want to save my land from them, but because I want to show them how strong I am, and that fighting against me is not a good option. Other countries will also lose some neutrality, so we are really getting close to the war. So let's see what Czechoslovakia will decide after I click this button. The end of Czechoslovakia. Czechs are annexed. And that's a smart decision. I will not read all this. If you want to read it, feel free to pause the recording, watch it at a full screen and read everything from here. Take a look at the borders now. Germany annexed Czechoslovakia. I will move my light armor tanks. Let's play with a simplified terrain map mode. Light tanks are quite good in relatively rough terrain, so I will move them in Slovakia on those hills. They will perform much better than medium tanks, for example, which I want them to fight on plains over here, so I'll position them on a border with Poland. The rest of my infantry corps will be positioned somewhere behind, and I will try to fill the gaps made by tanks. So I will play pure blitzkrieg tactics. I will break through with the tanks, which will be used as a main force, while on the other side infantry will try to support the tanks and fill the gaps. I can now invite much more nations into my faction. Japan, Hungary, and some puppets of the Japan, Manchukuo, Mengokuo. Let's invite Hungary for start, and I will still wait for Japan. Will not invite them yet. Let's invite Hungary into a faction. Let's assign those tanks to a corps. And that will actually be the end of this recording. In the next video you will definitely see a first war. The real war. The attack on Denmark. Huge offensive on Poland. I predict that Poland will fall in about few days, not more than 5 days, and Poland will be gone. After that, my next target is France. Thank you for watching, guys. If you did like what you saw today, please press the like button down below. If you found this recording useful and informative, then please share it around. Post it somewhere on Facebook, on Twitter, or you can post it on Paradox Plaza, Paradox Interactive forums. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best, and bye bye.